The manhwa opens with a grim statement about humanity's instinct to survive. As those words appear, the visuals tell a brutal story, towering piles of human skulls, fallen swordsmen and archers still clutching their weapons even in death. The narration continues, implying that if humans lacked this desire, they wouldn't be screaming, crawling, and struggling so desperately to reach this place. The atmosphere shifts when the main character finally appears. He makes a grand entrance, walking calmly into a massive temple-like structure. After enduring 99 lives, he declares that he has finally arrived and that this cycle should end. This is the 20th and final round. The room is filled with imposing guardian golems night-clad in gold and white armor, some even bearing wings. The main character quietly analyzes the situation, noting how the guardians are clustered on one side of the chamber, clearly guarding a door on the opposite end. Realizing that peaceful passage isn't an option, he summons his scythe, already expecting resistance. As he advances, the guardians activate in unison. One of them charges first. The main character ducks, deflects the blow, and activates his skill, Seal of Death. With a precise strike, he tears through the attacker, explaining internally that any enemy marked with this seal takes massively increased damage from his attacks. However, the guardians don't come one at a time. In response, he activates another ability, Night of Death, plunging the room into darkness. Confident they won't be able to see, he presses on only to be caught off guard by an attack from behind. Clearly annoyed, he notes that he can't catch a break as fire and ice attacks rain down on him from all directions. Deciding to change tactics, he boosts his speed and lunges forward, curious to see the results. An archer-type guardian fires a barrage of flaming arrows, but at this speed, hitting him is far easier said than done. Still, the danger isn't over. When he lands, a glowing blue magic circle appears beneath him. Before he can react, he's frozen solid inside an ice tower, making it look like the fight is over. A guardian approaches and lunges to shatter the frozen tower with a sword strike. He is going to hit the first tower. At the last moment, the main character activates Moonlight Execution. The ice tower splits cleanly in two, followed by a red flash that slices the attacking guardian in half. So it was indeed an inside job. Catching his breath, he admits that taking that hit head-on would have been disastrous. Realizing that dragging the fight out will only make things worse, he decides to finish it quickly. Everyone decides to finish the fight. He stacks another ability on top of his current buffs, activating Red Moon. In a blur of speed and strikes, he cuts through every remaining guardian. Silence returns as the battle finally ends, and he lets out a relieved breath, noting that they're finally gone. With the guardians defeated, he approaches the massive door they were protecting. As he steps through, he wonders what was important enough to warrant such defense. Inside, he finds a vast chamber resembling a temple, filled with multiple doors. Unsure whether something will emerge or if he's supposed to approach the altar, he walks forward, reasoning that standing there should answer his questions. A rune on the floor activates, glowing gold. As he wonders whether this might finally end everything, a system screen appears. This is a boss room, but there's a catch. The entry requirement states that at least 5 players are needed to open it, and only one is currently present. Another message follows, warning that because the requirement isn't met, the lone player will be eliminated in 5 seconds. The countdown begins as he's sealed in place. Furious, he curses the system, convinced this was intentional. Honestly, valid crash out. They really pulled the rug out from under him. At 4 seconds, he wonders if this is really how it ends. At 3, his hands begin to glow blue as his body starts to vanish. At 2, all he can manage is an angry curse. At 1 second, a final message appears announcing his death. Did the MC die just now? Of course not, this is the first chapter, he got plot armor, don't worry. A new notification pops up, stating that the activation requirements for the Rune of Time reversal have been fulfilled. Time rewinds to before the first round. Another message confirms that all rune charges have been used and that the engraved rune will now disintegrate. Then comes the final line, the beginning of the 100th time reversal. See that? That's the name of the Manhwa. Smart, isn't it? Well, I can't believe bro got rage baited. Anyway, subscribe to our channel or whatever. See you next time.